First of all, thank you for taking the time on Sunday morning to come out and have this discussion. When we started Baraka Muslim Charity, we had a few objectives. First objective was to discharge our obligation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Muslims, discharge our obligation to give charity. First objective, which we know is an obligation for us and that will be questions about. The second objective was to bring the Muslims together, the people together, upon good work. Upon good work. It's very important. Spend a lot of time talking, spend a lot of time listening to lectures. Oftentimes, we don't come together for the sake of Allah, working for His cause. The third objective was so that people could see the transformative impact of Islam. Higher objective. And that is, we want the charity and the work to transform individuals and individual lives, but we also want the work to have a transformative impact on the community. Alhamdulillah, a lot of people individually have been impacted, and we thank Allah for that. But for the collective work to transform the community, we have to be a little more intentional in our work. And so our objective behind the Jumu'ah and discussing Jumu'ah is not just to come and pray, because we can pray anywhere. And really it is natural places to pray. It's mosques and established places. Our objective is to show the people the transformative impact of Islam with community work and action, and use that to facilitate our own development of our families. And it's very important for us as indigenous people to this land. It's very important. Indigenous to this land. In every land historically that Islam has had a foothold, the indigenous people have established institutions. Islam, every land in Ghana, it didn't seem from the people to be a foreign religion. Over time, I was in Egypt this summer. A lot of people know that Egypt, Muslims ruled Egypt for about a couple hundred years before it became majority Muslim. But the Muslims just had an impact on the society to the extent that the whole society is transformed. Now if you go there, you can't imagine that the place was ever not majority Muslim. SubhanAllah. Every taxi cab you get into, the Quran is playing. Every place, in every direction, there's a adhan from every direction. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows us to put us in a place like Jefferson Avenue. I remember we were going to get this building. Some people came to me and they said, "You guys are crazy. You're going to open up a building on Jefferson and Bartlett?" Brother stopped me at the masjid. "Come get in my car and I'll talk to you." Different people had different interventions. Alhamdulillah, 5 years later, we're just part of the neighborhood. We appreciate the people and the people appreciate us. So this is just the beginning of a larger vision for us as people who are disproportionately indigenous to the society to take Islam to another level. So what we're interested in talking about today is, what are those community activities that you all would like to see? And we here in Baraka here, don't worry, we're going to clean the building up and we're going to do some renovations. But the whole point is, we have a place. So what are some ideas that we have? We would like to see more community dinners. Baraka can pay for that. Monthly community dinner, no problem. We would like to see brothers' breakfast once a month, sisters' breakfast once a month, no problem. We would like to see community barbecues once a month. We missed the chance this summer. Just get out and mix with the people. Community barbecues once a month. When you leave here, we're going to take people to the back. We have a community garden. We got a grant to put a calisthenics park there. You know, the calisthenics with the pull-up machines, all that, we have the grant, alhamdulillah. we're not going to be able to put it in here on time for the winter because they stopped doing the work in October, so it's just not going to work. But we already got the designs, we got the money, we're finalizing the contract. ESL gave us some money, so we're already working towards the transformation. Our long-term objective from this work is to help facilitate the opening of mosques around the city with indigenous people. It's a long-term objective. Well, we have no, we are open about that. We want the people to see the benefit of Islam. We want people to see the beauty of Islam. We want to see the people to understand the benefits of having Muslims in their neighborhood. We want the people to see the mosques and the charities to be a place where people say, that's the place where people do good. That's a place where people are good. A place where people change and improve their lives. This is what Islam has done in people's lives throughout history. So the question is, why not us? Why not us? Famous story. I'm not going to talk too long. Don't worry, Imam. I'm not going to talk too long. The famous story about a famous Sahaba, Umar ibn al-Khattab, one of the most powerful companions of the Prophet. Peace and blessings be upon him. You're fine. You're fine. And Omar was not Muslim. In fact, Omar used to worship a date. He said, I used to worship dates. And then one day I got hungry and I ate my God that I worshiped, so I knew something wasn't right. And he got his sword. And he was going to go kill the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then when he went, he was on his way, someone stopped him. Said, Omar, where are you going? He said, I'm going to go kill Muhammad. Can you imagine? They said, Omar, you should take care of your own family first, because Omar's sister had become Muslim. He didn't even know. So he goes to his sister's house, and he finds the Muslim reciting Quran. And he immediately jumped on them and started beating them. Until he saw like blood from his own family, it stopped him. He paused and said, wait a minute, I'm out of control here. So he said, well, what are you reading? And they were reading Surah Taha. Taha. Ma anzalna alayka al-Qur'an litashqa. Taha. We have not revealed this Qur'an to you as a difficulty. And Omar heard the verses, he was so moved. He said, take me to Muhammad. And they took him to the Dar al-Arqam. This is where they secretly were teaching at that time because they were oppressed. And when they got there, they grabbed him and they said, what do you want, Omar? They said, I want to become Muslim. And you know, Omar became, we know that, he became one of the most powerful people in history. So what we learn from that story is you can, no matter what your state, and by the way, he was older when that happened. So you might say, I'm too old. It's too late for me, right? When we tell ourselves, I don't have no money, I don't have no intelligence, I don't have no degree, I don't have. But Allah took Omar and made him the Khalifa of the Muslim, the Amir of the Muslims, and then the rest is history. So why not us? So we just wanted to gather today to get your thoughts. What are some things you want to see in the community? And then how can we work toward that collectively? So we'll open up the floor, inshallah. Yes.
Maybe like the young brothers and sisters, like teaching or like a book, like open some books that we can read.
Yes.
And that we can learn.
Absolutely. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Somebody got to take notes. These are some good ideas. We got two good ideas already. Shakir, you taking notes? Don't give me no funny notes, Shakir. Health fairs and this invitation to Islam, like to explain Islam to people. So I'll tell you a story. And Sheikh Ali actually witnessed this. It's one of the pioneers. Raise your hand, Sheikh. He don't want to raise his hand. It's one of the pioneers. Encyclopedia right here, right in the corner. And his generation, Ask them. His generation, there was not that many Muslims in Brooklyn and Philadelphia and Jersey at the time. And they used to have weekly forums. Just invite the people inside. What do you know about Islam? Now you might have heard of Sheikh Khalid Yassin, who gave that famous talk. They was all doing those kind of speeches. Am I right, Sheikh?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And they worked. Tayyip, what else?
How do we interact with the youth that's on the corner?
Okay.
Get them to, to get involved or get, to get involved with Islam.
Okay.
On Jefferson, on Genesee, on Clinton, on Clifford. Where,
Okay.
15, 16, how do we interact with them?
Okay, and so you said, how do we interact with the young people? Some different programs to interact with them. They just brainstorm right now. Ain't no bad idea, guys. So we just want to hear your thoughts. Just as an answer, that's one of the reasons we're getting the calisthenics part, right? We want to have a healthy activity for them. We want to tie the calisthenics part to other activities in the whole neighborhood, right? It's part of a plan to really work with the whole neighborhood to get activity and things for the people, okay? The 3 wonderful ideas. What else?
Maybe job youth programs, the kind of things that they can actually do, job activities, and kind of get them active with Islam. Because if we kind of structure them with something that they're familiar with, then you can kind of, if we can introduce them to Islam in that manner as well.
You said job youth programs, like things for the kids to get active in. Shakir, you got it? Sister in the back, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Islam.
I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Classes on marriages. To not only Muslims, but non-Muslims, so we can have some form of structure on a foundation on rebuilding in the community.
Yeah. And
The
rebuilding
importance
families.
of it, yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. What else? We're just brainstorming.
Outreach to our incarcerated brothers and sisters.
Okay. That's a big one. So, we get letters sometimes of Baraka. People send us letters. And I don't have time to write letters back to people, to be honest with you. Right? So sometimes the letters sit for 2-3 weeks, sometimes 2-3 months, and then Baraka will get it, pass somebody else. Can you write the letter to this brother? Right? Shakir?
We're talking about healthcare. We should also address how to curb the addiction problem.
Okay. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So, anytime we have these sessions, we find that people have a lot of desire for what we want our community to do. And that's good. And most of us would like to see our community do more. So, yes, sister.
How can we, how can I go about volunteering to help
Yes.
get some of this stuff,
That
being a body?
you one step ahead of me. So the issue becomes, how do we turn that into collective work? And how do we turn that into collective work that can be sustained over time? Because a lot of times what happens is we have these meetings and we get really excited and we have a barbecue and it was nice, but it was a lot of work. Somebody got to get up early in the morning, they go to pick the meat, and somebody got to marinate the meat, somebody got to grill, and have the brother do all that. He don't pick up stone no more, right? So how do you sustain the work over time? That's one thing. And so, Baraka can be a vehicle for that. And one of the things that, when we think about those things, we'll make sure we do a sheet, Shakir, do a sheet where you have everybody's contact information too. Okay, and we're gonna need somebody to maintain that contact. We already have some contacts through Baraka. When we start our email blast, we'll be looking out for some of those things. So like the health fair is something we already talked about. Okay, so we can start the health fair. The mayor's thing is something we've already talked about. We can't do everything at once, but the idea was to build things, make them sustainable, and then go from there. You know, this pantry has been going on for 10 years. Alhamdulillah. The kitchen has been going on for 5 years. One reason we bought this building, because first of all, in the hood, we wanted to be in proximity to the people, but it had a commercial kitchen. And how many of you were here at Barker before COVID? And you know it was different before COVID, right? We were actually in here. Like, you know, we would clean the place up real good. We would have dinner. Sheikh Ali was teaching classes. We had Juma. We're trying to bring some of that back because what we want to tell people is it's part of the bigger vision. The problem is people get tired. So the Juma, we started the Juma, and people got tired. And you know who was, when we had this thing with picking the rugs and dropping the rugs off. And you know who was picking up the rugs? Anybody who was picking up the rugs and dropping them off and rolling them back up? Anybody know who was doing that? Shamsuddin Rahimahullah. Shamsuddin was old and he was sick. And he'd be in here at 10 o'clock in the morning getting the Juma ready by himself. Wallahi, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for myself. And I was embarrassed for all the people younger than me that we had to share. When was the share when he died? 70? How old was the share? We had a 70-year-old man in here who was sick. Wallahi, I just want to be real with everybody. You say you want to do this work. And Shamsuddin Rahimahullah was in here by himself, 70 years old, telling me, don't worry about it. I told him one day, I said, Sheikh, I'm embarrassed. I'm calling you for the gym. Don't worry about it, I got it. So anything we do, we have to commit to.
Alhamdulillah, I heard something mentioned about the youth. And I wanted to actually, for the brother Zuhair, he has some programs set up here that I know you're not aware of. And these programs are very productive. And I would like for him to share some of what he does here with the youth, inshallah. Anybody don't got water?
Kind of what brother was talking about, especially what Brother Rashad pointed to, is a lot of the work that's being done here at Baraka is very limited. Everybody's stretched very thin. The people who are here on a consistent basis, as you see, a lot of brothers and sisters who are here, you'll see them doing multiple things, trying to accomplish multiple tasks all at once, which can be overwhelming for not only us, but the community, because if we're stretched thin, then the community doesn't get to reap all the blessings and benefits to us as a whole. So with the youth services, a lot of it has been just outreach. Some of the community members that we have in the audience today, they'll let you know, like, a lot of it is just simple engagement, going out in the corners, talking to these young men about life, real life engagement, trying to get them off the streets, just to get their brains, the wheels turning to something different. We meet them where they're at. We don't try to force Islam on them, hear their stories, hear their struggles, and see how we can meet their needs. And honestly, a lot of it is getting connected with good brothers. And, I have to say, there's a lot going on in the community that we may not be aware of. And kind of like what Brother Shah said, it's kind of embarrassing. I could pull, there's somebody in the crowd, I'm not going to point them out, but I could pull somebody from this crowd right now who, is not Muslim yet. Inshallah, is going to be taking Shahada soon, inshallah. But has been out there talking to youth on a day-to-day basis, trying to get them alternatives, options, to stay off the streets, different resources, hearing them out, paying for it. I seen this person, give money to kids on the street that was hungry, pull them off, pull them in here. So a lot of it is just that, talking to them. And that's one of the biggest things that I do here with the youth, is just pull them in and talk to them. talk to them outside. I might walk up and down the street, walk to the corner store, have a 2-hour conversation. You know, we had kids here. She's not here right now. Last 2-3 weeks ago, we had a group of teenagers come right to our driveway and asked about who car was parked outside because they wanted to steal it. They were like, we were just making sure it wasn't yours. We would have stolen it. But they had that relationship. They came to me like, yo, they called me Mr. J. Like, yo, Mr. J, is this one of y'all cars? Because we was gonna steal it real quick. Like, so they have a respect for us. But once again, I can't be out there, you know, with a sign by myself saying, come talk to me, I'm here to listen. You know, it's a collaborative effort, you know, and a lot of it is just that. You know, we know the story is out there. You know, the single parent homes, it's the same thing, but like Brother Sean said, like, why not us? Especially us, you know, it's a lot of, you know, say it bluntly, a lot of black faces in the audience, right? We need it. You know, Islam to the side for a second is just leadership. Black male guidance for a lot of these young men. That alone can shift the trajectory of this whole neighborhood, right? It's just having a black presence to say, listen, we move it different. You know, so that's not right. Everybody want to complain about the problem when it comes to the youth, but the solution's not there. You could sit back and say, oh, they're doing this, the Kia boys that, and you know, the Kia boys this, and these people are doing this, and social media that. Social media is available, you're not. So how you gonna complain? So I think to be a voice, to be an ear is free, right? But you have to be here, you have to be committed, you have to be open to it. You know, I'm not one big on the title. I don't care about the title. I'm more so about what I'm trying to do for the community. You know, so that's kind of like where we're at with everything. It's just, I don't know if that answers the question.
Thank you, Brother Zubir. Inshallah. But brothers and sisters, inshallah, do we want Juma again?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We want it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, inshallah. You know what that takes?
Work.
I need you to be committed to this. Again, I'm gonna ask the question again. Do you want Juma again here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
One more time. They didn't hear you.
They didn't hear me.
They didn't hear you.
Do you want Juma again?
Yes, sir.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That means that we need certain things in place, such as security, which Yusuf, Brother Yusuf, raise your hand. We'll be handling that, inshallah. We need someone to make sure that the masala is put down every Friday.
I got it. I can come through Thursday night to make sure it's set up before Friday morning.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
We need some, well, the place will be clean. Alhamdulillah, we have hustlers who clean the place. But you may need, some people, so this is a multi-use space, right? So,
One of the reasons that, for instance, you see all this stuff back here is because Rena gets a delivery every Wednesday. And the delivery's a lot. She has to, so the only way this works is if we support all the other activities in Barber. It can't just be like a standalone thing. So we need some people, even if it can't be you, to help facilitate coming here on every Wednesday after the delivery and cleaning up stuff, putting the pallets outside, breaking down all the boxes, putting stuff away. Why? Because Wednesday goes into Thursday and Thursday goes into Friday, right? So what we need is, you need a group of people, even if you don't commit to every Wednesday, to say, you can get with Rena and I'll connect you to her. On your stocking days, I'll come and I'll help you stock and break everything down. That way on the Thursday, when it gets here, all this stuff's not here. Okay? So everything's connected. It's important. So we need someone Wednesday, we need someone to help with the security. We also, if the people want to have lunch, then like before we had Juma, we actually, Barco's gonna pay for the lunch every Friday. I just needed someone to go pick the food up, and I couldn't get someone just to do that. Come on. So we don't have to make that decision now. But if you're saying I'll do it, then we can have lunch. We can do it like once a month. That's be every Friday. But Barco can provide lunch once a Friday. But if we buy some pizza, go to Halal Place Pizza and Wings, whatever, we can do it. But some people have to be willing for Juma to go pick it up, drop it off, and then so we need basically rent, security, someone to come to put down the rugs, and we're gonna get some new like straw rugs that are easier to put down. We need some people here also to greet newcomers, 1 or 2. That's easy. And then the last thing is that we need people who are going to be ambassadors for Barak Muslim Charity, not just for the children.
What that mean?
That means connecting to the activities we have here, because there's a lot of stuff we have here people don't even know about.
Okay.
Right? Following our social media, sharing the social media with people.
Okay.
When we have the activities, volunteering for those activities year round.
Okay.
When we call these things like a health fair, then we're going to do it. Showing up, helping us with those things.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And so the thing is that, you know, we want this place to be a one-stop shop to serve the social, the spiritual, and economic needs of the people. We're doing pretty good with the economic, we have case management, all this other stuff, but for the social part to come, y'all have to be involved. One other thing I'll say, this is just to push people a little further. You know, sometimes you come to Barak and all the volunteers are like people from different countries. We don't have a problem with that, by the way. So I don't want people from different countries to say, oh man, they don't want us to come because we're Turkish. I'm not saying that. But one time one of us from Africa came and he said, yo, where are black people? Like, how can you have a charity right in the middle of the hood and your own people don't even show up to volunteer? And when he said that, I didn't have an answer. I was like kind of embarrassed. And it's not just black, right? Indigenous, right? If you're from this country, you should even more so have a willingness to engage. It's not like black, white, or whatever, right? And so it's just kind of an interesting thing at Baraka where we get plenty of volunteers. There's people who always want to come, and people from all over come to volunteer in this neighborhood. Some of the brothers who grew up in this neighborhood won't volunteer. It's the craziest thing. So I just think we have to, and I'm not even from here. When I came here, I said, wow, it's the perfect place to set up. I know that sounds crazy. Because I was thinking about service for the sake of Allah. That's what I was thinking about. And transformative impact. So, you know, we really just need people to come and feel connected. We want the Jumas to be the pillar of their social activities. Okay? So we'll probably do the health fair. I don't know if we're going to be able to do any barbecue. It might be too late. You know, this is Rochester, so it might snow next month, next week. But we want more activities here. Yes, sister.
We have a lot of senior citizens that would like to do something, want to be involved, but they don't have like transportation.
Yeah.
I have a van. Okay. I wouldn't mind helping, going and pick up some of these sisters or brothers and, bring them here.
Okay.
Because I'm in love with a lot of my senior citizens,
Shonda's still young. What you talking about?
I tried to tell them, I don't know why they don't.
Therefore, I just had to bring some light and some humor. But they want to be involved with the community, but they can't drive anymore, but still able bodies that.
If you want to
Because
facilitate.
it's good to have older people around for us, for the younger generation, because it takes a community.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And whatever we can do to facilitate, if we clean the place up and have a dinner for some of the elderly in the community, we're open to all those ideas. And think about this building, like, we need some improvements and things, but we own the building. The Muslim, y'all own the building. And you own the building in the back. So we don't gotta pay no rent. Baraka is in good shape financially. We got a lot of money in the bank. Most of the thing is we need people to do the work and we can pay for it, okay? So that opens the case up.
I brought this up at the masjid over on Hudson there, back here last year, and I'm gonna bring it up here. Now, for the brothers, I would try, start up a fishing club. Because the only time we see each other is on Friday. And like we see upstairs the other day, Friday, by the time they get 11 o'clock, swoosh, they're out the door. But if we can get a fishing club, if we can get a fishing club started here, and the brothers can, go to, come to know each other, not just on Friday, and the sisters, they can probably, like back in the days in the nation, the sisters, they had cooking clubs. And so if we can get something like that started here, that would bring more people, into the fold, and we can get something going.
Yes, okay, I'm gonna respond to that. Shakir?
I'd like to piggyback off of that, something that would be beneficial to bring people out, even and involve the youth. Something we used to do a long time ago. And we don't fish in the wintertime, but we can go bowling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? We can have some youth, bring the kids out, because we want to get them around us when we give them the doubt.
Yeah, yes.
So in Brooklyn, I used to have Muslim Girl Scouts, and I was trying to see if any parents would be interested in me starting a Muslim Girl Scouts here. So definitely something that we can use very good.
So listen, these are all good ideas. And the bar can be used as a place to facilitate that. We can even probably get Master Tawfiq to be open to some of that. I know Munia would love some of that. We can put resources behind it. We can get but again, these are ideas that the bargain is, hey, we'll help pay for stuff, we'll help advertise it, we'll help connect for stuff, but we gotta have bodies to spend the time on these things, okay? And the fishing, that's a whole nother issue, but if y'all wanna get a fishing club, I'll try to fish. I ain't no good at fishing.
We get some shirts made up, Baraka Muslim Fishing Club. Get out there, and I'm gonna tell you something, there's a lot of folks right outside there learning to fish. And they say, well, if the Muslims is fishing, we can go and fish for them too. And each fishing pole that's in a person's hand, that means that person is coming in contact with Islam. He a fisherman. He fish. I fish. This brother fish. This brother fish. There's a whole lot of fishermen around here. We get these brothers that ain't never hold a fishing pole, and we can go to town. We can go to work on them. We can do it.
Inshallah, what we have to do with that, and many other things that was mentioned today, that especially the Jummah. The Jummah, we want to establish a committee. We need to establish a committee amongst the brothers, inshallah, ASAP. And we need to sit down and talk. We're talking about timeline. We had Jummah before. We know what to do. We're handling the football, which is the heart of the Jummah, inshallah. And I've been, many things have been said to me over the last few months concerning Jummah, concerning different places that brothers and sisters have visited, Master Tawfiq, Master Sunnah, Islamic Center, Master Rahman, and a lot of times I heard complaints about the language, Arabic. We don't speak Arabic, and I understand that, and that's true. You don't have to concern yourself with that here. We know that Arabic is also a part of Jummah, for those who don't know it. Arabic is a part of Juma. There's a certain language, and I hope you understand this, there's a certain language that we speak to one another. There's certain I want to share some with you very briefly. I know you heard me say at the beginning of this meeting that this is my last month. I lost a brother, my baby brother, about a month and a half ago. And I took care of him his whole life. And I was stuck for a moment. I couldn't do very much after that. I was sitting in the hospital with him, next to him, and we talking, and you know, I'll call him back. And I just sit there with him for about 2 hours. And that took something out of me. I didn't want to do anything else. You know, I know people say, you know, my condolences and this and that. But for those of you who have lost a loved one, and I know there's many in there that I know personally who have lost loved ones, what that do to you. It was like I died. And I said, you know what? That's it. I don't mean that I'm giving up my dean or anything like that. I said, that's it. You know, I'm not doing no community work. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not, you know, that's it. When my brother was sick in the hospital, I shared that with him that I was tired. He wasn't under Shahada yet. And he told me that, he said, you can't do that. He said, you can't do that. All that work you've been doing for years, because he comes to every event, anything we have, he's going to show up. We need your help. We need your help. You know, there's many people in here today made a lot of statements, which I've heard in the past, which you have heard in the past. You know, Allah Ta'ala, he says, oh, you believe. Why say that which you do not? Oh, you believe. Why say that which you do not? It is most hateful in the sight of Allah that you say that which you do not. And we have a tendency, and this is a fact, this is a haq, that we have a tendency to say more than we do. This is the nature of Adam. We say more than we do. I got you, and when you leave here, you know, I don't see you anymore. You don't see me anymore. You don't hear from me. I don't hear from you. And we're social beings. We have to better connect with one another. This is the only way we're going to get it done. We have to connect with one another. We have to call one another. We have to check on one another. How you doing? How you feel today? You need anything? You know, that's huge. That's huge. You know, so let's try to be more conscious and aware of each other. And this is the only way it's going to happen. Jumu'ah prayer Friday, alhamdulillah. If that happens, alhamdulillah. But we need more than Jumu'ah. We need more than Jumu'ah. I need to get to know you. I don't know half of you here. I don't know anything about you. Vice versa. You don't know anything about me. You know, we may have heard rumors, and then we're not with that. We don't do that. We don't do that in Islam. Well, I heard that you was, you know, no, this is not what Allah frowns upon that. Allah don't love stuff like that. We want to do the things that Allah loves. And what Allah and His Messenger tells us to stay away from, we have to do. We just have to do it. So I urge you, I implore you, this last run, and some of you may feel the same way. You might say, you know what, I don't know if I want to get involved with that, because so-and-so did this to me. When was this? Oh, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. We holding on to stuff like that. We can't do that, man. We want to be forgiven, but we don't know how to forgive. We want people to forgive us right away. But we don't know how to forgive. No, man, he insulted me, man. When? 1975. No, man, I don't like what he did. When was this, 10 years ago? You can't grow and develop that way. It just won't happen. You can't grow. Your name will not be mentioned in the heavens. You want your name to be mentioned? Then do what Allah Ta'ala asks you to do. Inshallah. Anybody else have anything they would like to share or volunteer on the committee that I asked? We need a committee. We need to get this together. We need to consult with one another. I don't want to hear this after we leave. Well, I don't like the way, no, man. Because it won't work like that. You will destroy what we're trying to build here if you go leave here with that attitude. Say what needs to be said right now. Put it on the floor right now. Imam Yusuf, I don't like you.
Oh, Lord.
I don't like you. I don't like the way you did this. Okay, alhamdulillah. Let's deal with this. Let's talk about this. I met a brother a couple of weeks ago. Well, I didn't meet him. I've been knowing the brother for about 10 years, and I told him that. I said, I didn't used to like you. He said, what? I said, I didn't used to like you. I thought you was a fitna. And we talked about the best of friends now. We best of friends now. He calls me, checks on me, I call him and checks on him. You know, but this is what we have to do with one another. Inshallah. So I need some people on this committee. Can I get any help?
Oh, I'm speaking on behalf of my husband, James Johnson. He would like to be on that.
This alhamdulillah is an honor, but the sisters raise their hand before any brothers. I need somebody on this committee.
Got me.
I know I got you, I ain't worried about that. Alhamdulillah, Bilal too, both Bilals. Alhamdulillah.
Abdul.
Alhamdulillah. Abdul? What Abdul? My cousin?
Yes, your
Oh,
cousin.
alhamdulillah. Okay, alhamdulillah. Imam Ali, you want anything you want to share with us? You know, this brother here, the Sheikh, he mentioned him earlier. It's a lot sitting there. You know, and he's playing shy. And I understand where he's coming from, because he has a lot to offer. The brother has a lot to offer. Inshallah, anybody that knows Sheikh Ali, inshallah, utilize it. You got time, utilize it. Get his phone number. Yes, you can.
I'd like to do this for, if I go around one at a time, got the phone numbers, it make it easier for everybody to sign up and want to be a part.
Make sure you sign up before you go. That's fine.
Yeah, inshallah, because Rashad mentioned,
Sisters too.
Brother Rashad mentioned Imam Shamsuddin with these rugs. He's correct. The brother, dear friend of mine, I love him, I miss him, and he would be sitting right here with us if he were here. He loved this. The Jumas that we had established here, Imam Shamsuddin loved this. Anytime it's time to do work, he'd want to beat you to it. You know, so inshallah, brothers, some of you brothers are young, much younger than me. Inshallah, I need your help. I need your help. You know, don't commit yourself and then I don't see you no more for a month. I need your help. I need you to be here on time for Juma, on time, before I get here, and do what you need and do what needs to be done, inshallah. As I mentioned, inshallah, about Allah's will and His mercy, inshallah, we're going to handle the Jumas, inshallah. Don't worry about that.
So we're going to be respectful of the time. Just a few action items and then we'll close out. If you want to get involved in the Jumu'ah committee, get with Imam Yusuf, she's leading that committee. If you want to do more about Barakah Muslim Charity, you can follow us on social media. Barakah is open every Sunday from 10 to 1, and every Thursday from 5 to 7. Just stop in and get to know the people. We need some people to help with our community garden, our kitchen. Sister B, raise your hand. She's a lot tougher than she looks, okay?
Yes.
Sister B is one of the pioneers in the community. We need help, people with the kitchen. We need help with the pantry. You know, we have this wonderful neighborhood ambassador program that Zuhair is leading. We need help with outreach. We just have a lot of things we aspire to do, but we need help. So, you know, you can go to our website also, and there's a contact card. You can do that contact card, okay? And then we'll make sure you get in our email list. We're gonna start back again with our email blast. You can follow us on social media. We have an Instagram and a Facebook that we're gonna be pushing more information out on, okay? And those are gonna be the best ways to find information about Barker Mission Charity. And then if you're here every, you know, occasional Sunday night, I know you can't come every Sunday, you'll find out what's going on. Right? You'll find out.
Great, say how we find out about that. How do we find? Because I keep hearing you throw out there that there's a lot of activity that is and programs that is and coming about, but
Yeah, we've been here for 10 years. Baraka Muslim Charity. We've been here for a decade. We've been in Rochester for a decade.
yeah, I'm not from here, so
No. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to beat up on you. I'm just saying we've been here, okay, and we've been working, and we continue. And you know, our intention is for Baraka. Those of us who started Baraka, this is very selfish. I want you to know it's very selfish. I want Baraka to be a setup Hajaria for me. I want it to be a setup Hajaria for me, Alma, for everybody. But the people who've been here for a long, we stingy. We want on Yom Kippur this to be something that intercedes for us with Allah. We do. But it can't be a setup Hajaria, perpetual charity if other new people don't come. New people, new energy, new ideas. We welcome you to go with. Sister Badr, Sister Shirani, and after that we're done. Go ahead.
I was thinking about how, if you're talking, how would people know there is a Juma service here? We're inviting people, so I have in my mind like a sandwich board, like we have out here in the front for the meals and, you know, for the food. Have some type of sign saying Juma Friday, you know, you're welcome, something like that nature.
Yeah, so once the committee gets the date and figures the date, we can share on our social media. Dr. Shafiq, if you know Dr. Shafiq, he's been dying for us to do that. Go ahead,
And I'm more than happy to post on our social media if you just give me the dates. If you let me know the night before or even the morning of, just text me. I cannot answer the phone when I'm at my other job, but if you text me, I can check the text and I can post on Facebook saying today, you know, do my this time.
Yeah, so, you know, Dr. Shafiq's been dying for, if you know Dr. Shafiq, he's been pushing me. Dr. Juma, like, nah, man, we ain't starting that Juma, but he's dying for it. He wants it to happen too, right? A lot of people want it to happen.
But
Go
a
ahead.
lot of people don't have social media.
Yeah, so the committee, we can get the board, so the committee, whatever the committee needs to make it happen. And you know, the best thing for Juma is also word of mouth. Like if you tell people, hey, I went to Juma here, have an experience, hey, this is a good khutbah, Sheikh Ali gave the khutbah, we enjoy the time here, afterwards we have lunch. If you do that, people will come. Sometimes we'll have 50 people at this Juma right here on Jefferson Avenue. And the idea is that we want to make it so the Juma is so packed that we go to the community and say, we need a mosque on the west side, man. Help us buy one of these buildings. There's no mosque over here on the west side. It is not just African Americans, it's all kind of refugees and all kind of people. Right now, on Samuel McCree and Jefferson Avenue, behind the little store, there's about 50 Somali kids right now, the bands from the Bantu community memorizing Quran right now in a cooped up place because they don't have no place to memorize Quran. If we walk over there right now, I guarantee it right there. Because I've been there, I'm trying to figure out how we help them. So there's so many Muslims here who are not being served. But if the Juma's fact, we go to the community and say, listen, that church is for sale for $150, let's buy the church. And serve the Muslim community here because there's so many Muslims right here that are not being served. And then when we're here, the other community gets served. Shivani, you got the last comment and we close it.
Okay.
So you gotta speak up.
Assalamu alaikum. As everybody is saying, there's so many things that need to be done that can be done. One of the things we need to do is go on their website, see what's going on, see what we need. We can post on there what we need to do, and somebody needs to step up. I'm one of the ones who's been here kind of from the beginning, it can be a whole lot different and a whole lot better. All we have to do is commit, you're not committing to us, you're committing to your Lord. And keep that in mind, everybody trying to be together. But what was the old joke that went around, everybody wanted to go to heaven, so nobody wanted to die, y'all know the time. So this is what we have to do, go on the website, stop by here on Thursday, everything down there. My concern now is that I'm gonna get it on the website for sisters to sign up. We got a lot of sisters who are incarcerated. Unfortunately, they did what they did, or maybe they didn't do it, but they're incarcerated. And nobody is really servicing them. Nobody is seeing about them, some of the things they do, some of the, you'd be surprised at the sisters who become Muslim in the city, and their families turn their back on them completely, won't do anything for them. And they're sitting up there with nothing, they have needs. You know, we can't spend $3-4 a month out of our little money to buy them some soap that don't have pork in it, some lotion that doesn't have pork in it. You know, maybe buy some of those Kimars and Timars that really Timu that you can just pull on your head so they can't say nothing. There's no pins, no nothing. You know, these are the things that we need to be doing as a community. Show up and show out. That's what we should do. Just like the Christians go down there in that church, them sisters down there be straight. They be straight down there in that deal. I know because I'm a chaplain. So when I was going down there, I was seeing plenty Muslims, but that comes down to the service. You know, it's always something. So what we need to do is understand that we need to help our brothers and sisters who are suffering in different situations. It's not for me to judge why they're in jail. That's what we do with the Lord. But if I can help you while you're in jail, that might bring that person here when they come home. So Allah makes Muslim. We don't know what effect we're going to have on these people like all around here. So let's go down there and see. You know, let's step outside. Some of these women out here, we've had sisters, well, they not sisters, but women walk around barefoot. You know, we know they're drug addicts. That means that you're